Stars on demand, Comcast, Bigger. It's about the life of two of my favorites. I remember reading about them when I was young and spending a lot of time in the gym, maybe not pumping iron, but working out and thinking fitness. Ben and Joe Weider. Weider Nutrition, the magazine, Mr. Olympia, and the birth of Arnold, as in the great Arnold Schwarzenegger. Definitely at top of my list as far as people that I respect and admire. Why? Because how all of those gentlemen that I just mentioned basically started with just their God-given hands and a dream, and they dug in and worked very hard. You know, Ben and Joe Weider, if you get a chance to see this movie Bigger, you'll understand why I have such respect for their journey and what they did, and how it was about keeping the eye on the prize of focus, health first, health last, trying to change the culture of America to make them think, and as well around the world, why it was important to be a sound mind and body. And you know what? Everything that the great Joe Weider, who passed away in 2013, said would come to fruition, it did. But let me just take a minute to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger, former governor of California, probably the biggest movie star of his generation, and it's going to be very difficult for anyone to top his success as a businessman and father as well. This guy has been a great part of this country for a long time. But listen, the thing that made him was bodybuilding, and I have said for years, and I've made it public, my feelings via the media, these are some of the most incredible athletes anywhere in the world. If you don't think it's an athletic sport, try to have any athlete from any sport across the board, you pick it, go back to Gold's Gym in California with Arnold, circa 68 to 70 and beyond, to try to keep up with those incredible workouts. Long before anybody knew anything about spinning or cross-training, and it was just all about pumping iron, it was Arnold. Truly a magnificent marvel as far as his physique, but he was training his brain too. So if you get a chance, Comcast On Demand, look at the great legacy of the men that were behind that brick, that granite of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe and Ben Weider. Well, folks, I guess you could just say they've always done things a little bigger than everyone else.